Yeah, yeah, what is up, guys? I just did a recording, but forgot to press record, so here we are again. We're back at Lee's joint, and you know, I think there was a misunderstanding last time. Like, people were saying, oh, people are all nosy and jealous, and they're snooping around. I mean, no one's snooping around. The reason there was a woman at the doorway last time was because I specifically told her to come because we're about to do the group donation. So it's still pretty chill. But yeah, there's been some recent developments with Lee, so I'll talk about that later. But firstly, we just got a donation from Vin Lee, sent $130.20. I changed that to 2.2 mil. So Vin Lee, gửi Lee chủ hai từ chú Vin.
Dạ vâng, cháu cảm ơn các nhà tài trợ. Chú
Vin.
Chú Vinh ạ. Cháu cảm ơn chú Vinh ạ đã gửi hỗ trợ cháu 2,2 triệu ạ.
So yeah, 2.2 mil from Vinny Lee, and there is some little conflicts in the village, and I'm not on either side because I can see both sides. Like, I can understand why people are against the Gran because she's not as photogenic as Lee, but that's the thing with Vietnamese hierarchy, man. Like, you guys may not respect it, but I do, and I think that just because you think someone's an old bag or whatever, as someone was calling her a goblin, doesn't mean that she's wrong. I mean, they do it a different way. They're more forthright, but I can see their point in wanting equal distribution. So I'm not kind of on either side because I'm not gonna. I think a lot of the mistakes people make is and I've seen the comments, like, how this is how we got into trouble last time with Lan, where people just said, oh, she's got a great smile, that means she's a good person. Okay, if that's how you judge people, that's fine, but I'll tell you right now, that's a road to being not right. And I think I didn't make my point strong enough last time in that situation, which is why it got out of hand. So Two Hop's calling me, but yeah, so I took my lesson from that, which is why I'm doing more transparency, because there was some things with even Lang that I didn't agree with at the start, and I didn't say anything about them because I just thought, as some of the comments say, oh, it just feels really horrible to say anything that has a hint of criticism about someone that's undergoing such a ordeal. And the point I want to really bring home is that it doesn't really matter if someone's disabled or they're old or whatever. People can have good and bad traits, like yeah, I mean, I just feel really bad about the whole Lang episode, actually. And I think it's because I didn't go with my gut when people were just like, oh, because the comments were just like, oh, she's just got a pretty smile, she's a great person and blah, blah, blah. It's like, there were some little red flags. And the thing is, people don't understand the nuance is that I'm not saying just jettison these people. I'm saying that we've got to go in with our eyes open, to their character traits. Like with Lang, I mean, someone wanted, I did ask in the comments if you guys wanted transparency, and someone said just dish it all out. So I'm going to say, it's not the biggest sin in the world, but with Lang, I often brought up the point of, hey, are there some other people in this village that you've seen that need help? And she always blocked it. She always said stuff like, oh, everyone here thinks that I'm the most worthy, because I'm the youngest and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, that's kind of a weird thing to say, just to get all the help for yourself and none for any of the other 130 people. But I just always just kept gravitating towards the point of, oh, she's had it hard, so I'm not going to say anything, or I'm not going to pay attention to my spider sense. And man, there was a really weird episode where she was telling me about this gran that was didn't have any family and was just getting painful punctures because she couldn't afford a private nurse. And I said, hey, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to sponsor that, you know. And I asked her like about 3 or 4 times to hook me up with that woman, and she never did. She always came up with these reasons why we couldn't, but never any possible solutions. Like she'd just say, oh, you know, you can't come in. But I was thinking, but you can. Why don't you, you know, can't you pass it on to this woman that you were so, you know, concerned about, that you brought up the story with me? Or was that just a thing to virtue signal and say, oh, I really care about this woman, but now that a solution's been presented, I'll just do nothing? You know, that's what it sounded like to me. Also, another time was when I visited her without a donation. The attitude was completely different. They didn't even see me off to the gates. And so since that whole episode has happened, she's never gotten back in contact with me, like to explain like what's going on in the process, you know, like yeah, it's just really weird. So I feel like I should reimburse people that donated to her, but I can't now. But I think I will, you know. If you donate to the Lan case, like 50% of your donation, just if you see another worthwhile case, or you just you know, I'll just fork out the cash for whatever donations you feel you want in lieu of the Lan donations, because I feel up to a certain point afterwards, I think it was too much. Like, I think if they're just going to get money to maintain their standard of living or whatever, I think that the last 150 million or something that we gave was just for naught, really. If they're, you know, it was like under false pretenses. And yeah, the thing is, I don't know, because Ji-Hope said that it's 700 million for a transplant. So I don't know who, you know, that's the thing. When I was saying at the start, I'm not a medical expert, guys. Like, you're putting a lot of responsibility on me. That's why I said it's up to every individual. If they're giving it, just assume that it's not going to the transplant operation, because I said, you know, I don't think she's going to do it. I mean, I wouldn't do it if it was me, because I wouldn't just blow a huge amount of money that I could never find working on something that's going to leave me broke and is not even a permanent solution or guaranteed to even be successful. That was my point. But anyway, I won't carry on about that. Anyway, with the Lee versus Ji-Hope situation, it's very complicated. I'm not on either side, because I know most of the audience is on Lee's side by the comments, and I think she has an advantage in that she's on social media a lot. She's more photogenic, and you know, she can tailor stuff to like appeal to the audience, whereas the older generation, they don't know about that kind of stuff, so they're going to seem more brash, more abrupt, less fan favorites. But to my eye, I mean, I'm leaning towards, I mean, I'm just down the line, kind of 50-50. There's Ji-Hope. Okay guys, so we also got a donation for Jang from Fatumi. It was like 20 something bucks. It's like 300 and something thousand, but I'll just round it off to 400k. Thì 400.000 cho Jang.
Dạ vâng, cháu Phan cháu sẽ gửi cho chị Trang luôn ạ. Dạ vâng. Cảm ơn mọi người ạ.
So yeah, Lee will pass it on to Jang, and apparently Ji-Hope just you know, arrived here, so I'll just see her. We'll just cut it short here. Thì chắc bạn người đây thì